To our channel, everybody, live at Chateau de la Couture.
We're the Broadhead family. I'm Leanne, my husband Julian, and our 3 children, Holly, Poppy and Lily. Oh, and of course, Shadow the dog. 18 months ago, we decided to do something crazy, so we packed up our lives in the UK and began the search for a small farm to buy in France. However, not everything went according to plan, and fate intervened. Our lives were then turned upside down after we ended up buying a rundown chateau in the south of France. So far on our channel, we've shared with you our renovation journey, our upcycling projects, our family life, and our goals to become food self-sufficient, not forgetting our personal story.
We want to share with you our hopes, our dreams, and our goals. So let's get started. And what better place to start than the beginning? Hello, welcome back to Chateau de la Couture. So, where am I now? Another bedroom. This is going to be Holly's bedroom. We briefly showed it you a couple of videos ago, and we said that we were swapping things around so that my bedroom with Julian, the twins' bedroom together, and Holly could all be at one side of the chateau, and then the guest bedrooms, when we open up the bed and breakfast, are at the other side. Makes more sense. It means that Poppy and Lily and Holly have now got two of the smallest bedrooms, but hey ho, never mind. The bedrooms are big enough, and they're all big enough for doubles, so it's great. Job to good 'em, as they say in good old Yorkshire. Now, and I'm taping the joints for the plasterboards. The ceiling is insulated. Julian's done a new ceiling, and it's the 3rd ceiling now that I've taped the joints on. And 4th new ceiling we've done so far upstairs. And I think I'm getting a little bit better at taping the joints. When I did Poppy and Lily's bedroom, there were just a couple of little bubbles that I had to sort out. So I'm hoping that this bedroom goes okay. The ceiling's relatively flat. When it came to one of the large rooms where I basically said, okay, the taping of the joints doesn't look very good, so I'm plastering the ceiling. That's still the case here. Regardless even if the joints look okay, I am still going to plaster the ceiling. For me, it gives a much better finish. It's more work. But by the time you've sanded down the joints and everything, that's a day's work. Plastering a ceiling, usually a day's work. So there's not much in it, and I think it gives a better finish. So we'll take a look at the ceiling. So here we are in Holly's room. Almost done. Almost done. However, this is the floor that's been stained. Nice colour, but when you get to this stage of a room, it's looking around, it's seeing the snagging, it's seeing that you still need the little covers on the light switches on the sockets, but it's walking around and assessing whether this is how you anticipated the room. This floor needs a bit of something, and what it needs some varnish. It's a nice colour, but it needs protecting, and it also needs a bit of a shine. So it's a bit dull at the moment, but compared to what it was before, it's looking great. So I'll get on with the varnish this morning, and then we'll see what it looks like afterwards. And there we have it. The floor looks so much better. Morning from the kitchen garden. Oh wow, well,
We're on a countdown, guys. We have 3 weeks left, just under 3 weeks, 2 weeks and 5 days. Not that we're counting, of course we are, until our first guest in 18 months, really, 18 months or 2 years arrive. And these are paying guests. So it's frantic here, and we're all hands on deck, apart from Lily, who's not very well at the moment. So Julian's tiling a massive step that we've built as the entrance to the pool area. Poppy is watering the garden. Holly is on the ride-on mower doing the lawn. I'm basically in the jungle that is the kitchen garden, trying to sort out the tomatoes and things for the next couple of hours. It's going to be anything from 37 to 42 degrees all of this week. It's Monday today, and that means we have to do our outside jobs early in the morning. So we're up at 6 this morning, and get on with it, really. So I'll just show you the craziness that is the kitchen garden at the moment. The polytunnels don't have many seeds in here because it's too hot now. I have a few leek seeds that are ready to almost go in, some brassicas down here that are ready to now be, a couple ready to be transplanted, and some Savoy cabbage that is ready to be potted on. Things don't do well in here germination wise, so I'll show you in a minute that we actually have things germinating outside. We have garlic that is drying and then needs to be cleaned. It should have been done the other way around, but I didn't have time, and I have tested and it does clean quite nicely, so I'll be doing that in the next few days. Garlic did really well, didn't water it really, so the bulbs are not massive, but they're good enough. They're good enough. So it's just for us to consume this year. Still a few more pumpkins to go in. This is what happens when you get sun damage when they're in the polytunnel on the top shelf. So they're just recovering a little bit. We've got 2 stages of pumpkins that have already gone in. Some new asparagus seeds that we're bringing on, because you can grow asparagus from seed, not just from crowns. Final stage of tomatoes, which are going in tomorrow. So that's when I talk about stages, it's succession sowing. So it's not just planting one lot of crops, everything all at once. It's basically planting things in stages, so you get a continuous supply right till the end of that particular plant or variety's growing season. So this is the chaos that is the kitchen garden at the moment. So we have polytunnel here, not really acting as a shade or a protective cover at the moment because that's off. Really needs a new cover. We're putting one of those in about 6 weeks. So this is the little polytunnel, and then in September we're finally hopefully getting the big polytunnel up. So my job this morning in a second is to go through and defoliate the bottom of all these tomatoes. This is our second succession of tomatoes. I could just hear Holly. She's through there mowing. We've recruited her because we don't have the time, basically. So yeah, I was saying about the tomatoes. So this is our second succession, and now it's at the stage where all the suckers and the foliage needs to come off the bottom of the plants. So we're getting some good crops from these already. Some really large tomatoes. So there, and then ones we've got ripe, and Poppy was picking these this morning, but it's just too dense in there, so I need to get in there and sort that out. And then we've got some of our courgettes and peppers here. So we have a particular, these are new beds that we made in October, and they have gone, they're weed free, but they're not. They're weed free apart from one particular weed, and it's this rhizome that needs to be continually dug out. I can't remember what it's called, but it's just gone bonkers. It comes out really easily, but unless you get the whole root, it just grows back again, and it can survive basically without light for 2 months under the ground. So the cardboard did its trick for everything else, and the wood chips, but that's just yeah. So this is some of the courgettes, and then we have these beautiful round courgettes as well, round squashes, which I'm not having time to do anything with, but our neighbours and friends are loving them. They're roasting them with all sorts of things inside and putting soup in. We've got cucumbers that are tied up. So this here, for instance, so this is our second succession of cucumbers. So they're not fruiting yet, but they're just getting their first flowers, because plants don't really last for a full season. You might get a few months worth out of a plant, but it stops, particularly cucumbers and courgettes, they stop producing after a while. They'll carry on for a little while, they might even get them into October, but if you want them into November here in this climate, you need, and carrying on bumper producing, you need to be doing succession. So we have aubergines here, which are going crazy at the moment. Julian does not like aubergines, and I do. So we've just got, there's about 20 to harvest at the moment. Are you okay, Pops? Yeah. So you've done that bit of water into the carrots, have you? Okay, so let's set you on the new bit then.
There's lots of weeds.
Ah, there is lots of weeds in those carrots. We need to get those out.
And big weeds.
Big weeds, yeah.
With splinters or something.
Yeah, we'll get you your little gardening gloves on and you can do that if you want. But let's get watering done first.
Yeah.
So this is our first succession of tomatoes. A little bit tidier than the others.
Mum.
Yeah, and you've harvested all those this morning, haven't you, Pops? But again, you can't get in. You can't get in that much at the moment because I've got to still get some of the foliage off. So we've got all sorts of different varieties here, and this is a massive tomato that is actually, believe it or not, a plum tomato, a paste tomato. So there's just so much going on. Melons. We've got some bigger melons over there. This is one of the, yeah, little tiny melon. So yeah, a lot going on. In part of the coach house here, this is one of the sections of the outbuildings. We have the large courgette store, and this is going to supplement the chicken feed at the moment.
I need to.
Yeah, but they're quite large, these courgettes, aren't they, Pops?
Yeah. I want to carry one.
All right, well, we're going to get the watering done, then we'll cut one up for the chickens, okay?
Yeah.
So let's go and find Julian and see what he's up to.
Hey, babe.
Hello.
So you finally made it out of the sun.
Yeah, so I thought it'd cool down with a nice warm cup of coffee.
Yeah, I noticed that. So what are you up to?
Just building at the table.
Mm-hmm. Is one table not enough?
The naughty children.
Is one table not enough?
No, we do need another one.
Okay. So what's this table? It's a little one.
It's a little table which is going to go in a corner of the chairs that you sat on, to give it more space for people to eat,
Yeah.
in case we get any...
No, it's... Yeah, we've been keeping a secret, so... how is it out working outside at the minute? Because it's...
Too hot.
Yeah. So we're in what... Most of our viewers are American, and I don't know how to convert it to Fahrenheit, but it's late 30 degrees this week, isn't it? I think it's about 100. Oh, well, Julian does the conversion. And you've been working at the pool area, haven't you?
Yeah.
So we're working on trying to get open for our first lot of guests. We have 2 weeks and 5 days to go. And this heat is just intense, trying to work outside. So we're trying to get up earlier, even though the children are off school and all we want to do is stay in bed because we're absolutely shattered. About 99. But in that pool area, it's definitely early 40s, isn't it? And so well over 100 degrees, and it's not cooling down at night, is it? It's still in the 90s.
Yeah.
So it is severe. Really, it is harsh. You've still got your knee pads on though. You don't need them on at the minute. Hey Hall.
Hi Mum.
What are you up to?
I'm painting the pond wall.
Painting the pond wall. It's a very tired pond wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really could do with a bit more render, but I think we've got one season left in it. So what did you do first off?
First off, I had like this tool,
Scraper.
the scraper,
Yeah.
and I scraped all the moss off
Yeah.
because I love to have moss.
Yeah.
I also got some paint which was falling off.
Mhm.
Now I'm painting the wall.
Yeah. So all the loose stuff is off the wall, off the face, and that basically you can paint. And back and forth. A bit more paint on your brush, I think. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Try not to cover the whole brush head.
Yeah.
Because it just gets stuck. It's alright, it's your first time, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. And try to the longer strokes you do, the better the paint will look. And then you'll, through trial and error, you'll realise when to put paint back on your brush. So we'll wish you luck and we'll come and see what it looks like afterwards.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck. Bon courage.
Hi, Mum.
Hi.
We're playing hospital today.
You're playing hospitals today. So near the sat on the bags of generic compost and near the new tree bushes. Woo! She says. Olive's fallen down. So what's wrong with her leg, Pops?
They're broken.
Holly says nothing wrong. Yes, we know, Holly. Okay, it's broken, is it?
Yeah.
So what's the treatment you need?
A bandage.
A bandage. Has she had an x-ray?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that showed you, did it? That it was broken?
Yeah.
Alright, well I hope you get better soon, Mel. Thanks, Pops. So here you are, Holly, standing in front of
A wall.
a newly painted...
Wall.
Yeah, okay, so just to complete the thing, are you happy with the job done?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. It's not perfect because the wall wasn't perfect.
No.
But it looks good and it will stand the test of time
Yeah, looks better.
until next year. Mummy has time to perhaps render it again, so well done, Holly.
Thank you.
Please like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and we'd love for you to leave us a comment and let us know what you think about our vlogs. It really helps us extend our reach. See you next time.